Hi guys, I'm Miss Karrow for those of you who don't know me, and over the next 6 to 8 weeks we're going to be going to different trails around Prince George, pretty close to the school, so it shouldn't be too far if you're looking for places that you can either walk or drive to close. So here we are today at Forest for the World, pretty close to the school. It's only about 10 to 15 minute drive, and we're going to do just a quick little loop of Shane Lake just around here. Probably it'll take us 45 minutes, nothing too long, but there's a bunch of other trails that actually connects to the university as well if you're looking for a longer hike. And we have our 2 dogs here with us. They're going to join us. It's looking a little mucky today, but I think we're off to a good start. Okay, so before we go on our hike, I'm just going to show you some of the things that I recommend you bring with you. Especially because of the seasons, there's some safety things that you should have out there. So just looking here, I've got a backpack, just a small one, nothing too big, I don't want to hurt my back. And then this is just a day's trip, so I'm not bringing too much, but I am bringing a few things. It's always a good idea to have water, so we've got 2 water bottles because there's 2 of us going. Got a first aid kit in case anything happens out there, we can't get back to the car. Then we got just, you know, the essentials, some band-aids, gauze, stuff like that. Over here I've got some snacks, whatever you like for snacks. We've got fruit to goes, you can bring granola bars. Always a good idea to throw a little bit extra in there just in case it takes a little bit longer than anticipated and you need a little sugar boost. Got some sunglasses. It's going to be a sunny day out there. Actually, as I'm thinking, we're probably going to have to throw some sunscreen in. And I've got some bear spray. Now it is spring, the bears are coming out. We haven't seen any, but it's always a good idea to bring bear spray wherever you go this time of year. We also have a whistle attached to our backpack, and the dogs are here with me. They both have bear bells on them. As you can hear, they're not loving it. And if you need to go to the washroom, there's a little outhouse right by the parking lot, so make sure you bring toilet paper.
Hi everyone, I'm Steven, and I'm going to tell you about the rainbow trout in Shane Lake at Forest for the World. So this is what we call a rainbow trout. And every year in the spring in May, the city puts a couple of thousand fish in the lake every year for people to catch. So the fish are raised in a tank, and then when they're old enough to swim around, then they release them into the lake for people to come catch. So when you do come to Forest for the World, be sure to bring your fishing rod because you might be able to catch a rainbow trout in the lake.
Hi guys, so here we have a white birch, and the neat thing about birch is if you've ever seen a birch or seen the pieces on the ground, it's kind of like paper. So in the past, Indigenous peoples actually used to make canoes out of birch trees. I'm not going to rip a piece off today just because I don't want to damage the bark, but in the summertime you'll often see pieces on the ground. Lots of people make little crafts out of them, or you can actually write on it just like paper. So just a neat little tip, if you're out, try and look for some white birch. Okay, I'm going to zoom in on this tree, the needles on this tree, and I want you to try and guess what it is. It starts with an S.
Along the way on your hike, you'll notice there's lots of nice benches where you can have a look at the nice view of Shane Lake.
Okay guys, I don't know if any of you guys have seen this, but this is a pit house, which is a traditional house used by the First Nations people of this area, so the Lheidli and it was used in the winter months. So as you can see, it's constructed with wood, and it looks like there's just been kind of piled up mud on top to keep it all secure. This was made by UNBC students, but it's in Forest for the World if you want to come check it out. The dogs are checking it out, and I'm going to go right in so you can get an idea of what it looks like. It's a little mucky in here, but you can see that this would be really warm in the winter when it's -30. There's a hole in the top for smoke for a fire in the middle. Yeah, that's kind of what it looks like. Arrow smells something.
Hi everyone, here we have an aspen tree, and actually really neat black bears in this area. Sometimes they like to climb trees, so you can actually see where the black bear claws dug into the tree and they climbed it. How cool is that? Come here with your family so that your parents can help you build a fire here by Shane Lake. There's a bunch of wood that's been cut, and there's also a fire pit. That's a nice view of the lake.
Another thing to watch out for while you're hiking is animals, especially this time of year. The bears are coming out, so as I mentioned before, it's a good idea to have bear spray and maybe even some bear bells with you. Some other animals that you might encounter are some moose, possibly some rabbits or some bunnies or grouse. You might also see some bald eagles if you're lucky, and lots of little birds. So keep your eyes open because it's always nice to see wildlife when you're hiking. Okay guys, so we finished our loop. It took us about 45 minutes. It's a nice easy hike if you want to come with your family. We're going to be doing a bunch of different hikes over the next couple weeks, so if you enjoyed this one and you want to learn a little bit more about the outdoors and also get out and get active, stay tuned for our next videos. Thanks for joining us. Bye bye.